So first of all, thank you so much for the accepting invitation and welcome here. Regarding the logistics, there is a lot of things actually that challenges, opportunities, and in the agriculture majority part, the perishability of the product is there. So people are afraiding like the losses in the agriculture because of lot many factors, but the most important factor is about the damages and the goods. So how you can say about that, like damages or agriculture losses in terms of the logistics?
Agri products can be divided into two categories. One is perishables and the second one is the non-perishable. The probability of a perishable being perishable has got high chances of what you call damage if not handled correctly. Um, in this, if you see, especially in agriculture, a lot of low value commodities are also there. You talk about onions, you talk about any of the perishables and all that. There's a low value commodity whereby the logistics is almost as good as 20-30% of your CIF value. So one of the first important thing is to have the right partner going forward. Uh, because somebody might be good in cotton, and if you tell him to do onions, it's not the same. So similarly, there are a lot of logistics providers, but there are very few who are really, if you say, have an expertise in perishables and agri products. So that's the first step to identify whether they are aware of, because in this, the logistician needs to know your product, their shelf life, what transit times can be coming across, and what are the things to be followed.
Okay. So any case study with your experience, you can say like in the agriculture. So because of this, that main part of the logistics, it hampers and the losses in the shipments have done.
As a case study, I was here, I mean, there's an Iran delegate, there were quite a few people who wanted to export bananas. That's the case. So, there are certain things which go across in, let's say, for as a case study, you take bananas, for example. Uh, there is a lot of, it's very competitive, what you call field, and the exporters, what you call, tend to make money when they deal in volumes, and once they deal in volumes, they want to reduce cost. So the cost, what you call, they try to reduce is you have, let's say, on packaging. If your packaging is incorrect, these are not palletized, what goes across into Iran or what goes across into Middle East. They are corrugated boxes, telescopic boxes, which are kept one over the other. So we have seen not one but ample of cases where the boxes have been damaged. Second one, they don't spend that additional small amount of money or time for pre-cooling. So pre-cooling is a very important thing whereby you are bringing down the temperature of the cargo. So your bananas are being harvested at 30 plus degrees, and you want to ship it at about 10-12 degrees depending on what the shipper's requirement is, and you want to bring that temperature down. So for that, pre-cooling is very important so that you don't, what you call, damage the fruit by directly putting it to what you call different temperature. So that is one. Packaging is very important. Unbroken logistics chain, cold chain is a key factor. Some of the customers we have seen, especially, is they want to use double gensets, because normally the genset which is put across on the trucks, they sometimes the driver switches off, or a single, what you call this, especially coming in from Baramati side and Jalgaon side, the temperature has to be maintained. So you'll have to spend that additional cost to, what you call, ensure that the temperature is maintained. So when the final product which goes across to the consignee is in the right condition, and he has got enough time, because these are perishables, they have a shelf life. So consignee also gets enough time to sell the product across.
Okay. So that is actually the true. There are many factors impacting on the agriculture shipment actually. Regarding you said that there should be maintained the cold storage chain and all that, and temperature of the container is also important. So how to manage that? How to come to know that that temperature is maintained throughout the procedure up to the reach?
So, one of the things which Intercon by itself is one of the largest logistics providers who deals across in perishable logistics, and we have majority of our containers which are in reefers and temperature controlled. We have our own iDocky solutions whereby we can track and trace as well as what you call see the temperature uh, of the container, where is it, and what temperature is getting maintained across. There are devices, IoT devices, which are there. They can be installed. You have an app which is what you call available, whereby you can see that okay, it's past a certain toll, or if it is reaching some place, what the temperature is. In case if there is a spike in temperature, you can also have alerts coming through saying that okay, if your temperature is maintained at let's say 10 degrees, and if it goes beyond 13 degrees, you need to get an alert. So you have those alerts coming in. So as soon as that alert comes, you are ready to take action. So there is a lot of shippers or exporters are using data loggers, but that's post-mortem. That means when the container is opened, they will see where the temperature has gone wrong. This is live. So as soon as there's a fluctuation in temperature, immediately action can be taken. So there are these various logistics things which are there, which when we know the product, you know what can be done as a case.